Here's one stock I'm buying all month long. Let's get into it. The first stock is Meta Platforms, and they're down 21% in 6 months, posting record revenues and earnings. This is a cash machine, but why are they on the dip? Well, they just lost 2 different lawsuits back to back, one in New Mexico and one in Los Angeles, and this is causing a huge hit to the stock sentiment. A jury in New Mexico found Meta liable for 75,000 violations. This is resulting in a $375 million penalty for Meta. The core of the case was that Meta misled their users about the safety of their platforms for minors. And the lawsuits in LA against Meta have resulted in a $6 million penalty. But this isn't the real issue. The real issue is this may have just opened the floodgates to the 10,000 other lawsuits that are pending against Meta. In order to make their apps safer for teens, Meta is introducing PG-13 accounts, which will not allow anyone to DM anyone who is in these teen accounts unless they follow them. And it is also introducing a family center, allowing parents to help monitor their kids' usage, and also will get notified if they try and switch their account to an adult account. In my personal opinion, these are temporary headwinds for Meta. They're going to change and they're going to improve and they're going to protect teenagers. However, I see this as a great buy the dip opportunity while there is fear in the market. However, this is definitely not financial advice. This is just coming from a guy who loves to do his research on different companies and find great opportunities in the market. The total penalties against Meta have amounted to $381 million. However, the stock has dropped $80 to $90 billion in market cap. Sounds like an overreaction to me. And the analysts agree, as the vast majority of them are saying buy with an $860 average price target. Now let's get into the scale of Meta and how essential their products have become. Nearly 4 billion people have used their apps on a monthly basis, and over 3 billion use their products every single day. Now this really gets interesting once you recognize 2.2 billion people don't even have access to the internet. Now this is a huge untapped market for Meta. Meta is investing into internet infrastructure in underdeveloped nations, giving internet access to several new countries who didn't have it before, drastically improving their lives while improving their own active user potential. Here is the To Africa cable that Meta is providing. This is huge internet infrastructure provided to nearly 2 billion people. Meta is bringing healthcare, education, and global markets to several countries who have never been connected to the internet before. Now let's dive into Meta's AI investments, as this is causing uncertainty for the stock's future, however also creating massive amounts of potential. Meta's capital expenditures expected to hit $115 to $135 billion in 2026 alone. To put this in perspective, this is more than double they spent last year. Meta is investing heavily into gigawatt-scale data centers, like their $10 billion investment in Texas. And they just spent $27 billion on a massive compute capacity deal. This will allow them to train their next generation AI models. They are stockpiling microchips like they are gold bars. They know that computing is equal to power in the new generation. Meta has introduced Llama 4 to take on ChatGPT and Gemini. They have made Llama 4 an open source platform, which means they can allow the developer community to help do free R&D work for the software, improving the product while Meta can focus on the hardware of AI. So now let's get into how AI is improving Meta's revenues. Meta just rolled out a new AI architecture system called Meta Lattice, and it is a total game changer on picking which ads users see. Meta Lattice analyzes your behavior on all Meta's platforms in order to predict what you may want to see next. Meta Lattice has improved Meta's ad revenue by 10%, has improved their ad conversion rate by 6%, and has improved the efficiency of their internal servers by 20%. Sounds like money to me. Now let's get into the valuation metrics of Meta. As they just recently reported earnings and absolutely smashed it, they're currently trading at the best valuation of all the Mag 7 stocks. Meta is currently trading at a 19.42 forward PE and a 0.95 PEG ratio. This means that growing at a 30% year over year clip, Meta is in great value territory at these prices in my personal opinion. Another huge catalyst for Meta is their AI wearable segment, as they have partnered with Ray-Ban in order to create these glasses. Meta is changing the game in the wearable glasses market as they are able to use this new wearable technology. They just doubled their production orders, expecting to hit $20 million in product sales by the end of the year. All in all, Meta is growing their revenues by 30% year over year. On top of that, they're trading at the lowest valuation they've seen in years. All this while pivoting from a social media company to an AI infrastructure play. If you liked the video, please smash the like button and subscribe to my channel. It really means a lot to me. This is Nico Financial. Thank you so much for watching. Salud!